Hey guys, what's going on? Derek Hegwood back again with most likely my last video going through the amp models on the Line 6 Pod HD500. Today we're messing with the Marshall Super Lead. We're going through the Bright channel. On your pod, this is known as the Plexi Lead 100 Bright. It's a cool sounding amplifier. It's a classic Marshall sound, and you can plug just about any guitar into it and it'll sound like rock and roll. So what more can you ask? Let me just tell you about my setup. I'm using a Line 6 Variax 300 electric, running straight into my pod. The pod running straight to the interface. Nothing's been changed. Post-production, EQ is set flat. There's nothing being changed with the sound. So this is about as pure as you're gonna get next to playing your own pod. If you want to have the sound on your pod, you can go on the link in the info box and you can download the patch. Along with many others I've been uploading, and I've uploaded quite a few, and I really hope you enjoy them and kind of tweak them to your heart's delight. I really only uploaded amp patches, so I downloaded kind of amp settings. You can add whatever effects you want, but I just uploaded the patches that I use, but they're really just based on the amps. So if you're having some trouble getting good sound out of a certain amp, maybe those patches can help you. So anyway, let's hear how the guitar sounds. I'm running through the 212 PhD ported cabinet with the SM57 on axis. The room is set all the way off, which means it's close mic'd. So yeah, let's hear how it sounds. Got a little bit of reverb, but that's it. So let's hear how it sounds. I'm on the strap model right now, and let's just see what we got. Turn the bass up just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to bring the treble down just a little bit. Alright, so let's hear what this thing can do gain-wise. It's a Marshall, so it's going to scream. Let's hear the gain at 50. Let's hear the gain at 70. And finally the gain full blast. Like I said, it's a Marshall. Thing's gonna rock. So I'm gonna put it back at 50. Let's hear where that's at. Might turn the bass down just a hair. And also the treble. I'm kind of tweaking this as I go. Increase some mids. Alright, so right there, let's hear what the guitar sounds like in some different positions. So, starting with the Strat and going through different pickup positions. Alright, so it sounds great with a Strat. We're also going to listen to it with the Telecaster. So here's the Telecaster as well. And finally, let's hear it with the Les Paul. Alright, so with the gain set about there, going back to the Strat model, let's mess around with some of these amp parameters. The master volume works just like the master volume on all your favorite amplifiers. When you turn it down, not only does the volume decrease, but the gain decreases too. This isn't really so much a volume knob as much as it is a power amp distortion knob. So it's meant to give you that crank tube amp sound without the crank tube amp volume. So here it is at 50. And let's hear it at 70. Whoa, missed it. And finally, here's the master, totally wide open. Alright, so the sag control, when you start going more towards the right or going up with the knob, things start to get a little bit more squishy, a little bit more squashy, a little bit more saggy. Kind of a more vintage tube amp sound. As you start going more towards the right, you get a more modern tube amp sound. It's a lot tighter, it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot punchier. So let's hear it at let's just hear it at 50 first. And here it is at 0. And here it is on 100. I like it at 0. res down a little bit. Alright, so the hum control. Yep, that's pretty much what it does. The bias control, let's hear it at 50. And here's the bias control at 0. And here it is on 100. And I'm going to put it right about 25. Bias excursion, we're going to do the same thing. Here it is 50. Here it is on 0. Here it is on 100. And I kind of liked it at 0. Alright, so that's it for the amp parameters. Let's move on to the cab parameters. The low cut. If you have an exceptionally bassy guitar due to drop tuning or just having some dark bassy pickups, the low cut can really come in handy. I'm just going to show you what it sounds like with the neck pickup on the Les Paul, and let me kind of show you what it does. I'm going to play some riffs down low and you'll see the effect it has. Alright, so let's turn the high cut up a little bit. Oh, maybe not that much, but let's see what it does now. So as you can see, it doesn't really make up for muddy pickups, but it does kind of help balance the low end if you're having problems with really excessive low end. The resonance level, let's hear what that does. So here it is at 50. Here it is at 0. Here it is on 100. Be careful, this is a little killer. It's a little loud. Alright, so we'll turn the res level way down. 50. The thump control, this really comes in handy if you're using a 212 cabinet, or if you tend to have a guitar that doesn't have a lot of low end in it, or if you're like me and you just like having a nice, you like having a nice boomy bottom end. Let's hear what that thump control does. So here it is on maxed out. It's all the way up, 100%. And here it is at 50%. And finally here it is on 0%. Alright, I like it on 100, so let's kind of tweak this amp just a little bit more. I'm not really happy with how that sounds. Seems a little bright, so what I'm going to do is bring the treble down. Of course, when you start bringing down the treble, the low end. Just a real quick thing about amps. the knobs all tend to interact with each other. So as I start bringing down the treble, I also got to bring down the bass, because it tends to happen as the treble starts to decrease, the bass, as far as a ratio goes, starts to increase, and it starts to, as you've heard me talk about in other videos, the more low end you have on the amp itself, the more flubby the low end gets. So as I'm bringing down the treble, I don't have to work as hard to get that real punchy low end, so that bass knob starts to overcompensate and gets to be a little too muddy. So let's just kind of tweak and try to get a good compromise. Of course, I do think I want just a little bit more hair on that sound. Alright, so let's mess around with some different effects now. First effect I'm going to use is a boost comp, and that kind of gives me kind of a second channel with the amp, gives me a little bit more hair. So let's hear what that sounds like. Turn that bass down a little bit, which of course means you need to turn the treble down. Alright, so let's mess around with some different distortion pedals. Let's start with the classic distortion. Alright, let's hear some, why not the tube driver? Alright, now let's hear the tube screamer. Turn that tone down a little bit. All right, y'all. This has been fun. It's been a fun couple of days making these videos. I really hope these have been helping you and helping you get the best out or the most out of your pod. If I can improve on anything, please let me know. I'm not too proud to take some corrections. So, like this is, the first time I've ever done anything like this. So I really hope I've been helpful, but everyone can improve on something. So, thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to either leave a comment below or send me a message here via YouTube, and I'd be very happy to grant your request, whatever it may be. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. I really hope you can go and download these patches. They, at least in my ears, they sound really good, and they work great in a live environment, so I really hope you enjoy it, and you can tweak them to match your guitar and just tweak to your heart's delight. So thank you very much for watching this series, and it's been fun, and like my girlfriend always says, it's been real, it's been fun, but ain't been real fun. I don't know if she came up with that, but sure words are never spoken. So thank you guys for watching, and God bless.